Hello, peeps. How you doing? It's your boy E2 Blue here on this Hangover Monday, right? So it is Hangover Monday after a Dallas Cowboys loss, but it doesn't feel like a traditional loss, you know. And I've said this many times before that I'm not one to for moral victories or anything like that, but I'm gonna give the Dallas Cowboys this moral victory, right? I'm gonna give them this moral victory, and I just want to talk about some key things from the game last night and or yesterday afternoon, I should say. It's weird because the time went back, so it's darker early now, so it be feeling like it's later than what it really is, and it's crazy. So I'm just sitting here at the job right now. I just got off of work, so just wanted to do my video now because it's already dark outside and I can't do my video in the car. So yeah. So with that being said, I just wanted to say I am proud of the young Garrett Gilbert. He did a really good job yesterday in the game. Um, I said in my live stream last night that I was like, wow, like he came out with some grit. He came out with some heart. He evaded the pocket when he felt pressure. He didn't just stand there and get hit. He tried to get out of that pocket. He threw the ball out of bounds when he needed to. And, he threw the ball downfield and tried to make plays. That was huge. That was huge for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think that going forward, I would like to see him play more this season. But, of course, Andy Dalton is clearly the starter, with Dak being out this season. So we can expect that they're going to start Andy Dalton, but we'll see. We don't know. We know that we're going into our bye week now. So I think it's a perfect time for us to go into a bye week. I would have liked for us to actually knock off the undefeated Steelers to go into the bye week. That would have been a wonderful story, especially for the young Gilbert. But it didn't happen. But I'm not upset though. I'm really not upset because this team played hard. Your defense held an undefeated team to their lowest points of the season. That is a good thing. That I am not mad about that. Not mad about that. We could have got some more takeaways, but I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad. The defense did their thing. I know everybody's so down on Jalen Smith and this and that, and they say he make bonehead plays, but I don't. That call that they called on him as far as roughing the passer, Ben Roethlisberger played the shit out of that. Understand when you're playing against a future Hall of Famer like Ben Roethlisberger, and he sells that shit, and he was like, like he got really fucked up, but he didn't. They're gonna call that every time. They're not gonna call that on Cam Newton. They're not gonna call that on Dak Prescott because they're not what they call future Hall of Famers. They're going to call that on a guy like Ben Roethlisberger. Everybody knows that Ben Roethlisberger is one of the sturdiest quarterbacks because he's huge. He's a big dude. So Jalen Smith accidentally tapping him on the side of his helmet and his shoulder because he was caught up in a block. That's not Jalen's fault, and I'm not even mad about that. It is what it is. These refs just been calling all types of erroneous stuff all game, so it is what it is. You already know that the refs are gonna not gonna be in the Cowboys' favor, so the Cowboys just have to just do a better job at not getting the penalty called on them. They damn near got to play perfect. We know that that's hard to do, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You got to go out there. You got to play. You got to play hard. You have to play fast. You got to do what you need to do to make sure that you get that W. It is what it is. Now, that missed call when Garrett Gilbert threw the ball in the end zone and it was picked off, right? And that was a misplay by the refs because they called um, the play on the Cowboys, but it should have been holding on the defensive player to Amari Cooper because again, he threw the ball in the middle to where Amari Cooper was supposed to go to that spot, but Amari Cooper never got there because he got held. So it's just little shit like that like make the biggest difference in games, and I just feel like um, if you get some of those plays back, I'm pretty sure the Cowboys would have definitely won this game. But again, Vegas don't want Cowboys to win that game. They didn't want the Cowboys to win that game. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You just got to play your game. You got to do what you got to do. But like I said, I'm proud of the young Garrett Gilbert. He went out there and played with some heart. Nobody knew that he was going to play that well. Like people were when we were up 13 donut, everybody was like, "Are they really up on the Steelers?" Yeah. So I mean, the fact of the matter that they were up most of the game was a shocker. I mean, they played well, and like I said, if they continue to play with heart like this for the rest of the season, we might win a couple of more games. Now, we may not go to the playoffs. It is what it is. I don't even care anymore because I told you guys before this is a COVID year. I'm not expecting anything this year. We don't have our quarterback. We don't have our starting offensive tackles. You're without a lot right now. But I just want to see what these young guys can do. I love what I seen with Neville Gallimore. He was rushing hard. He was hitting. He hit Big Ben too, and I think that was that play where him and D Law hit Big Ben together, and that's when that knee injury happened. But again, Neville played well. D Law played well. Tyrone Crawford, all of you guys are trying to get rid of Tyrone Crawford. He blocked one field goal. He almost blocked two more. So to the point that Mike Tomlin said, you know what, we're not even going to kick this field goal at the end of the game. But thank God for Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory came around that corner and they tried to do a fake field goal kick and try to get the ball around the edge. But Randy Gregory got him and tackled him right there on that yard line. Now it was a play where they were rushing Ben Alden Smith. I think it was Tyrone Crawford that made the play there. He batted the ball out, and Alden Smith got the ball, and he was going to return it back to the Steelers' 21-yard line. That probably would have been a field goal right there for us, but they called that back a penalty, and then they gave them a whole bunch of new downs, and it's just like, oh my God, like we really had them at bay in certain situations, and then like the play calls I mean the penalty calls pretty much held us back, but it is what it is. I mean, you can't sit here and blame the penalty calls all the time, but in this game it definitely mattered because it was that third down. We got them on that 3 and out, and then they called that roughing the passer play, and they gave them a whole set of downs again, and we just couldn't fight back from that, and they ended up scoring. That was when Juju Smith-Schuster got his touchdown. So overall, though, like I said, it was a good game. They fought hard. Nobody expected for the Cowboys to play like that. Like I said, if they do that for the rest of the year, I'll be happy at least. But this is a bye week now, so we don't have a game this coming week. But we will be playing against the Vikings that next week. So, let the Cowboys rest up, get some of these guys back off of IR. Tyler Badish ended up injuring his hamstring before the game in warm-ups. So that's why Joe Looney ended up getting the start. But either way, they still played a good game. But Tyler's going to miss a couple of weeks anyway. So hopefully maybe with the bye week, it'll help him come back after the bye. We should get Chidobe Awuzie back after the bye, so that should help get some reinforcements back. But yeah, get these guys healthy, but like I said, this bye couldn't have come at a better time. I think that like with them doing that now and having that bye week, they get to come back refreshed and things of that nature. Oh, one more thing I want to talk about too. So I don't know if you guys saw that in the game. Y'all remember back in the day when T.O. Celebrated when he played against us, when I think it was when he was with the 49ers, I think. Back in the day when him and George Teague played. George Teague was on the Dallas Cowboys, and he saw him celebrating on our star after he scored a touchdown, and George Teague tackled him. Well, that same situation almost happened last night. So I don't know if you guys even were paying attention. So before the game, Juju Smith-Schuster did a TikTok in warm-ups. He did a TikTok of him like basically celebrating a touchdown, and he did it on the 50-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. So Antoine Woods was watching that. He saw that, and they went to the same college, I think, USC. So he knows Juju, and he's like, he gonna do something. He gonna do something in the game. So when Juju scored, Antoine Woods was looking. He was like, "Bro, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you run on that goddamn star. I will kick your ass." So I think Juju must have saw Antoine Woods and was like, I guess he changed his mind, didn't do it or whatever. But they asked Antoine Woods about it, and they were like, "Oh, if he would have did it, I would have speared his ass." So it's just good to see that this team is showing some grit and showing some fight. Who knew? So we'll see. Now I do like the young Garrett Gilbert. I think that I want to see more of him this season, but I think that when all Andy Dalton is healthy, they're going to bring him back anyway. So we'll see what happens. But if Andy Dalton happens to go out there, I think that Garrett Gilbert's been playing better than Andy Dalton this year. I think you need to give him the opportunity at least. But I would say if Andy Dalton don't play well in the next game, take his ass out and put Gilbert in there. So Gilbert plays with heart, and I really like his game. I like the way he throws the ball, and I like the way he's always looking downfield and trying to find the receiver. So that's all I have for right now. Let me know what you guys think about the game from last night. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to you soon.